From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, January 25th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A man was shot over the weekend at 2nd and Alter Streets in Hazleton. It happened around 6:45 Saturday night. A woman also reported the back window of her car was damaged as she tried to leave the scene to report the incident to police. One victim was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, was treated and released. Police have not released any other information. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Hazleton or dial 911. An attempted break-in on Hazleton's northwest side over the weekend. City police say someone kicked in a back door of a home between Church and Vine Streets on 1st Street, but it appears they ran off before entering. Anyone with information is asked to call city police at 570-459-4940. A student from Saudi Arabia was arrested after a Wilkes-Barre break-in Sunday afternoon. 24-year-old Yazid Al-Shari was charged with burglary, criminal trespassing, simple assault, reckless endangering another person, and resisting arrest. He is in county prison on $150,000 bail. City police say he forced his way into an elderly woman's apartment around 1:30 Sunday afternoon. They also say he fought with them, trying to bite and kick officers as he was taken into custody. Al-Shari is in the country on a student visa. Fire crews in McAdoo were able to save an unconscious man from an apartment building fire Saturday afternoon in the middle of the snowstorm. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
These pictures are from the McAdoo Fire Company Facebook page of the fire at 10 North Kennedy Drive that broke out around 3:30 in the afternoon.
Upon responding, the comm center said the gentleman was still on the phone with them and said the fire was out. We continued to proceed in. Initially did not see any smoke from here. Upon further checking the building, then found smoke coming from the front door of apartment number 1. At that point in time, the door was forced open and entry was made by the firefighters. We encountered some fire in the front room along with heavy smoke. During the subsequent search, firefighters found a gentleman in a bedroom, unresponsive on a bed, and was pulled from the building and transported via McAdoo EMS and APTS ambulance to Lehigh Valley Hazleton.
Fire crews had a hard fight with Old Man Winter, but Leshko said the snow did not slow down the firefighters from doing their job.
We were near the end of the snowstorm here, so at the time it was still snowing. We had plenty of snow in front of the building, snow piles as you can see right now. We had one of our firefighters who on the way here got stuck in the snow and actually grabbed his bunker gear and ran here, and through the generosity of multiple neighbors in that area who saw him run, they actually snow blowed out his vehicle and had it pretty much out of the snow, so when he was able to get back, they were able to drive it right out. So there are some very good people that are still around.
In total, 9 people were in the building at the time of the fire. The American Red Cross is assisting them today. Chief Leshko said crews were on location for about an hour and 15 minutes. The owner of Bella Luna Pizza said he was working Saturday afternoon and it was his daughter that told him about the fire.
She wants to see the cops out there, and then she told me there see a lot of smoke, and then we know it's because all the smoke in the back of the shop, they're coming in.
Rosas even provided the firefighters with some bottled water after the fire.
The fire company do a great job right away.
Leshko said firefighters also rescued one cat from inside the apartment. That cat was given oxygen through a pet mask and is expected to be okay. The man that was taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton was transferred to their Cedar Crest location and is listed in critical condition tonight. McAdoo Fire Company was assisted by the Tresco Fire Company, Hometown Fire Police, and McAdoo and APTS ambulances. The fire tonight is still under investigation. In McAdoo, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. A fire at a factory in Tuscarora Sunday afternoon. It broke out around 11 a.m. at Material Dynamics on Walnut Street. It is an old sewing factory which is now used to make resin and rosin used in wax. The fire burned for 4 hours, though the major portion of the fire was down in about 2 hours. The building was destroyed with only brick walls left standing. The plant was closed for over the weekend, so no one was in it when the fire broke out and no one was hurt. Also lost was equipment such as forklifts inside. There's still no cause yet for that fire in Tuscarora. A Peckville man was killed in an accident on Interstate 81 near the Dorrance exit Sunday morning. State police say 21-year-old James Douglas Walsh was a passenger in a Chevy Monte Carlo driven by 22-year-old Jesse David Mayon of Einan. Police say Maine crashed the car and was disabled in the road when it was hit by a Volvo tractor trailer driven by 53-year-old Irby Sims of Chicago. Sims stopped. Walsh was pronounced dead on scene. Maine was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley in Plains. I-81 was closed for 5 hours after that crash. Police say they are looking for a yellow Dodge pickup in connection with that accident. The Hazleton Area Board of Education is set to hire a new director of security and police for the district. The name on the agenda is Edward Harry, and for some, that is a familiar name. He was the police chief in the city of Hazleton in the early 2000s. Harry also worked as a security guard for the district after his time as police chief. Harry will take over for Frank Hacken, who is set to leave in the beginning of March. The school board is set to meet on Tuesday at 7 p.m. A special Senate panel will issue a report Wednesday about what to do regarding the removal of Attorney General Kathleen Kane. The panel has been investigating for 3 months now. The main issue is whether Kane can do the job with a suspended law license. It is considering whether to invoke an obscure provision of the state constitution known as direct removal. The state Supreme Court suspended Kane's license after she was charged with obstruction, conspiracy, and perjury in connection with leaking secret grand jury information to a reporter. Direct removal would require Governor Tom Wolf taking action following a 2/3 Senate vote to remove Kane for reasonable cause. Even if the committee report urges that action, there is no requirement that the Senate call such a vote for a deadline for it to happen. The direct removal process has not been used successfully since it was added to the state constitution in the 1870s. Well, it's time now for a first look at our forecast. Hopefully, we won't be expecting any more snowfall for a while until many municipalities can finish cleaning up from this past storm. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what can we expect as we begin our work week?
Well, I'm going to put the word maybe in the forecast. I'll explain in just a little bit, but for now, hey, things not looking too bad for traveling across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Roadways being cleared up quite nicely. Again, tonight's going to be kind of chilly out there, but we're not going to have to worry about any big-time problems in the weather department, if you will. We've got a lot of clouds across the northeast. That's about it. Some precipitation out toward the west. And temperature-wise, over the past 24 hours, many areas did get above freezing, so some of that snow did melt a little bit, but remember, it was a relatively light, fluffy snow, and when you get those temperatures at freezing or a little bit above it, it actually makes it a little bit more compactable and makes it a little bit more heavier out there. The snow, that is. All right, temperature-wise, temperatures, well, not doing too bad. Little areas below freezing, such as Berwick, where it's 30 degrees in Bloomsburg, and it's right at the freezing point in New Angola. The complete 7-day forecast coming up, including, is there or is there not a chance of snow in our forecast? I'll let you know in just a bit.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, the first major snowfall of the year, and people are still digging out. Plus, a look at a very special fundraiser to help those affected by cancer in the borough of Freeland. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with meteorologist Joe Garbachik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Volunteer Income Tax Assistance is a program that allows dedicated volunteers to receive functional training from the IRS beginning in December through mid-January to help prepare basic tax returns in communities across the country. No previous experience or knowledge of taxes is required. You'll get specialized training, or you can choose a volunteer role that doesn't require tax law certification. The hours are flexible, the training is free and convenient, and the time commitment is up to you. VITA sites are also conveniently located at community and neighborhood centers, libraries, schools, or additional locations. How can you make a difference? Simple. Help your community in preparing taxes free of charge by becoming a volunteer with the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. Learning to prepare taxes is a way to give back to the community and gain a valuable skill set. And it is a great resume builder. Interested or want to learn more? Contact Diane Connolly or King Ajay Frimpong. Volunteering, putting your best foot forward.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
The snowfall blanketed the Northeast, and municipalities and people continue digging out today. Today, WYLN stopped by the Hazleton Department of Public Works, where they are getting ready to continue clearing the streets. The city of Hazleton went through nearly 150 tons of salt, clearing the streets of snow over the weekend. Director of Public Works Frank Vito said his workers were out day and night, making sure to keep the city streets safe for area drivers.
Even though, we are shorthanded, it's unfortunate that we are, but we do the best we can. I give, a great effort for my guys. They did a great job. They kept the whole city open, not even the mains. Throughout the storm started Friday night around 9 o'clock. We did some salting. 11 o'clock we started plowing. When day shift came in at 3 a.m., we had 9 trucks out on the road, which they plowed for 12 to 15 hours, and second shift came back in. And we were able to keep the city open pretty much throughout the storm. It was very much passable, and by Sunday at 3 a.m. yesterday morning, the city was completely plowed and wide open.
Now the city is working on clearing the piles of snow that have accumulated. Roughly 18 inches of snow fell in the city, and Vito says they will continue to clean up over the next couple of days. He also says that the Department of Public Works ordered 150 more tons of salt just to be prepared if and when there is another storm.
City Hall this morning, we came out at 5 and we got all of City Hall open up so all the administration can get in without having a problem parking. Right now we're up on Poplar Street as we speak, trying to get some of the corners done. And we got by the post office today. Some of the harder areas where they're really tight. Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, of this week, we'll be taking care of all of City Hall, both sides of City Hall. Right now we're asking all the residents not to park on the north side of City Hall, or on the north side of Diamond Avenue. We will be hauling there tomorrow and Wednesday.
Vito said while the city is doing all it can to clean up from the snowstorm, he said residents are also helping out. According to Vito, at least 80% of people obeyed the snow ban, which made it easier for workers clearing snow.
We're still having a problem up on the south side of town. We really only have one lane open, and I understand there's a lot of cars there. But citywide, people did make our job a lot easier, and I'm thankful for that, because it really would have been, a big cluster of snow everywhere if they weren't on the one side.
We met a couple from Chattanooga, Tennessee, who say their son is pretty excited to see snow to this extent for the first time and couldn't wait to play in it.
Well, me and my husband Juan and my son David, we traveled from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Hazleton, Pennsylvania through Storm Jonas. And we stopped 2 times, once in Wyethville, Virginia due to the snow, and the second time in Martinsburg, West Virginia in 40 inches of snow. And we stopped, but we made it here by the grace of God. Back in '93, we had about, I think it was 18 inches, but that's about it. Never in my life have I seen snow like this, and my son is 4, and he's never seen snow like this. He thinks it's awesome. That's what he keeps saying, Mom, this is awesome. He can't wait to play in it every time. He goes outside, Mom, there's snow everywhere. So he's just super excited to be here.
Although the snow is done, for now, people will continue digging out over the next few days. Residents are asked that while they clean up around their homes, they also make sure to clean the fire hydrants from snow. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazleton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Well, it is fairly quiet outside right now, a little chilly, but we really don't got to worry too much about the winds. Winds are fairly quiet as well. Now the question is, do we have another snowstorm to talk about in our forecast? I'll let you know all about the latest weather models, what they're hinting to in just a little bit. But first, we go on to the graphic for today. And overall, you know what, wasn't too bad of a day across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. We kind of had calmness in the air, if you will. It was a pretty nice day. Some areas did manage to get a little bit above freezing, so just a little bit of that snow was able to melt across our area, and hopefully you got a chance to shovel that snow when it was still light and fluffy, because as we know, as those temperatures get near freezing or slightly above, that's going to add weight to the snow. So of course, if you happen to be shoveling when the snow is so heavy, you got to give yourself a lot of breaks and take your time, and as always, bend at the knees. All right, Live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you. It is quiet from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, right through Hazleton. Don't have to worry about any problems out there. Temperature-wise, we're at 28 degrees. Our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. Pressure at 30.19 inches of mercury. Temperature-wise, not looking too bad across the Northeast. Not any excessive Arctic outbreaks throughout the nation, as you can clearly see. Closer to home, 37 Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 29 in Mount Pocono, 30 in Williamsport, 36 degrees in State College. Up in the Wyoming Valley area, temperature-wise, many areas actually still above freezing. Got quite a bit of clouds across our area, some breaks in those clouds, some more clouds as you head out toward western Pennsylvania. Looking at the numbers tonight, dropping down for the most part in the 20s. Tomorrow, I think we got a shot at getting above freezing, up into the 30s. Again, dropping down into the 20s as we head into tomorrow night. Now, as we go into tomorrow, it could be a couple of scattered showers out there, and maybe 1 or 2 of those, if they get here early enough in the morning, could be a little bit of some freezing light rain showers, but really not expecting anything significant to worry about. And then later in the week, indications are there's going to be a pretty potent storm system developing. However, latest models, in fact, looking at the consensus at this time, is that this guy gets pushed far enough off sea to really do us any harm whatsoever. Maybe Friday may have to deal with a couple of flurries around. That's about it. But as we know, things change quite rapidly. We're not going to rule out the threat of snow just yet, but that storm system is on the map. But at this point, it looks like it's going to be too far away from our area. So chilly for tomorrow. Could be a couple of showers around, maybe a couple of spotty, freezing, light rain showers. Not expecting any problems out there. 33. We'll dry for Wednesday and Thursday. A couple of flurries around for Friday. And a weekend not looking too bad either. Here's a look at the daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The pick 2, 7-7. The pick 3 numbers, 302. The pick 4, 3-4. 5-3. The pick 5 numbers looking like this, 2-1-8-2-4, and the treasure hunt numbers 1-5-8, 18, and 24. Stick around. We'll have a lot more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Well, welcome back, everyone, and I'm joined now by Tammy Martin, who is, of course, former Freeland mayor and event organizer for the 3rd annual Country for Your Cure, which many people may remember as the annual Mayor's Dinner Dance in Freeland. And once again, this will be going on in Freeland, and this is a cool event to raise money for cancer patients in the area. So, Tammy, give us a little bit of a background and why is this so important to you?
We started this 19 years ago. Tim and I started it when we lost his father to cancer. We wanted to help, others who were battling it. We always donated the money, always. All of it went to the American Cancer Society. And unfortunately, Tim battled it himself and he, lost his battle. But I promised him before he passed that I would continue to do it. Once we sat down and realized there's so many people right here in our own neighborhoods. People that you sit next to at your children's basketball games, people you work next to. There's so many people who are affected, and I just wanted to do something to help those in our own area, so we decided to donate the money locally. All the money, 100% of it stays local to local, families in our area that are battling it. It's a great night. We have such a good time, and it is, we do make a difference. When people say one small group can't make a difference, I will go up against anybody and I will disagree with them because we do make a difference. If anybody wanted tickets, they can either call myself or my daughter. My cell phone is 956-4940, and my daughter's is 956-9297. Or you can message us on Facebook. I will be in the old Video Mania on Friday from 4 to 9. I will be selling tickets then. You can just get a hold of us. And, as you said, it's a full night. It is a 21 and over event because there is alcohol. We have music by Music Master Entertainment, North of 40, Ostrich Hat. We have Tricky Trays. The tickets are $35, but with that ticket, you're getting a dinner catered by J. Paul B. Catering. You're getting all 3 entertainment. Beer and sodas included. There's Tricky Trays. And this year we added, thanks to a very good friend of ours, Amy Chalinsky, we're going to have a photo booth, which I'm not sure is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, but we're going to capture some of those memories from that night.
All right. Well, again, everyone, all that information, of course, you've seen throughout the package. It will be up on our Facebook page here at WYLN News. And, of course, it's January 30th at the Freeland Event Center. And for more information, you contact Tammy. All that information, like I said, will be up on our Facebook page here on WYLN News. Stay with us. Weather is next.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
After a few weeks on the road, the baby penguins able to return home, but not before an eventful weekend. While we were snowed in, the penguins playing on their natural habitat, taking the ice for a trio of games. The team split in Portland on Friday and Saturday, setting up a chance to end a 6-game road trip with a winning record Sunday at Providence. This won't help the cause. An own zone turnover allows Frank Vetrano to beat Matt Murray, the 5-hole goal, and the Bruins up 1-0. The Pens tied up in the second, but here a 3-on-2 for Providence. Murray makes the initial save, but he can't save the putback by Colton Hargrove. 4-2 is the final score in favor of the Bruins. Murray handed his 3rd straight loss, and the Pens finished the road swing 3-3. But they do maintain a 10-point lead for first place in the Atlantic Division. The Pens finally return to Mohegan Sun Arena on Wednesday for a midweek matchup versus Hartford. 84 teams, 42 games, 1 cause. That's the slogan for the 8th annual Suits and Sneakers Week put on by the local chapter of Coaches vs. Cancer. In the previous 7 years, the Wyoming Valley Conference and Lackawanna League have combined to raise over $1 million in the fight against cancer. All week, coaches will don special sneakers and suits to help raise money. And one of those 42 games will be WYLN's Friday broadcast of Wyoming Valley West and Hazelton boys basketball, which we will have more on in the coming days. And tonight on Late Edition Sports, we will have highlights from some crucial matchups in the Schuylkill League. But next, Joe Garbaczyk is in with a final look at the forecast. Stay tuned.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314. WYLN TV 35, first in live sports. Join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and the entire WYLN sports team as we bring you the best in live local sports. WYLN TV 35, the event, not just the highlights.
Well, all is quiet on the home front across our region, and things are going to be kind of quiet as we head through the next couple of days. No major systems to talk about. In fact, here's a look at SkyCast precipitation and clouds. Notice a little bit of some pink coming into our area as we go into tomorrow. There's going to be a couple of stray showers around, a couple of sprinkles. Get them early in the morning. May have to deal with a couple of pockets of a little bit of some freezing light rain showers or a little bit of some freezing drizzle. But again, not expecting anything significant out there. That, of course, is the good news. So that's about it. That's going on tomorrow. And for the rest of this week, that does look like indications are at this point there's going to be a decent storm system developing, but at this point in time it looks like it will stay away from our area. It doesn't look like it's going to pose us any type of harm, maybe just a couple of flakes around, a few flurries for Friday, and not looking bad for the weekend, but of course we'll keep you posted as the days go by because we know how quickly things can change.
I really
And things can change in a hurry.
They can change in a hurry. I had about 24 inches where I live in Schuylkill County.
Yeah, the places down toward the south got hit hard.
Yeah, so let's pray that there's no more snow. I really don't.
Things changed late last week. We weren't expecting 24 inches.
No, what were you expecting?
A couple inches?
Yeah, I think that's what all the models have.
Yeah, and then
a couple feet. Some areas, I guess.
Now, one of them actually did hint we were going to get like 1.5 feet, 2 feet, even more, but they overdo things, and nobody thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
It was one of the blizzards, 93, 96, the same thing happened.
Yeah, very similar scenario.
All right, well, if you're still cleaning out, like Joe said, take a break and be careful when you're driving. Have a good one.